I'm 26 years old. These are 26 things I learned the hard way, so you don't fucking have to. 1. Your 20s aren't the best years of your life. Matter of fact, it's probably the most confusing years of your life. You think you're supposed to have it all figured out by then, but the truth is, you reach your 20s and you're gonna realize that a lot of things didn't go as planned. You're not alone. Being lost is part of life. It gets easier, not because you feel less lost growing up. It's just that starting a certain point, you just tend to accept that yes, I feel lost, and it's normal because everyone feels lost. And sometimes you're gonna know exactly what you want in life, and others, you're gonna be fucking clueless. Either way, it's fine. 2. Aging is a privilege. You cannot treat it like it's a tragedy. Many will never get the chance to grow as old as you are right now. How many kids will never get to grow up? Kids are fucking dying. And all you care about is keep looking young. This is called privilege. We should be happy to see ourselves grow old. One of the most beautiful things I find in people is smile wrinkles, especially at the eyes. The amount of muscles it takes to constantly contract them and develop wrinkles here is fucking impressive, because it means that despite the fact that we live in such a shitty world, you still found a way to feel joy and to smile. And I think it's really cool. 3. Starting a certain age, you are the one to blame. You can't blame your childhood, your parents, your past for the rest of your life. Starting a certain point, you are responsible for your own happiness. Starting a certain point, there is no longer any point to complain, and you're gonna have to build a better life for yourself because no one's gonna do it for you. Own your fucking shit. Your life is hard because of yourself. Because you are making it hard on yourself. I'm not talking about external factors. I'm talking about your own happiness. You are responsible for your own happiness. You are responsible for the way you feel. Find what makes you feel good and do it. But feel good. 4. Your parents don't always do what is right, but most of them do what they can. Your parents are learning with you. It's also their first shot at life. Especially if you're the oldest or you're the firstborn. They're learning with you. You're a test run. And it means that they're gonna fuck you up. I mean, no one's gonna fuck you up as hard as your parents. Your first heartbreak is probably going to be because of one of your parents, or lack thereof. I'm not saying all parents are doing what they can, because it's not true. Many parents do not show up for their children, and as a parent, you have one job, and it's to show up for the good and the bad times. In no way, shape, or form does it mean that it's enough. Sometimes doing your best isn't enough. And it's gonna happen. You know, parents are probably gonna do their best, and sometimes it's not gonna be enough. And it's okay. 5. Love should never be unconditional. Unconditional love means no boundaries. If you don't set boundaries, boundaries are gonna be crossed. You're opening up the possibility of abuse, because you showed that there are no boundaries. There are no lines you can cross that will make things unacceptable. Boundaries protect love. And before you come up, but what about parents? Shouldn't they love you unconditionally? No. Especially parents. You shouldn't love your children unconditionally, because this is how you end up raising abusers and rapists. Boundaries are the safeguard of love. 6. Love is strength. To love someone is to risk losing them. And it is scary. Fear is, in my opinion at least, the most powerful emotion a human can feel. This is how we survive. If we didn't feel any fear, we wouldn't have a survival instinct. To love someone is to risk losing them, whether the relationship or friendship ended or through death. It's a gamble. It is a risk that you are taking, and it takes a lot of strength to accept that risk and still be able to love. 7. Never ever live your life for people that do not know you personally. Not even people that don't know you. People that do not love you. You live your life for you. You're your top priority, and then there are people you love and that love you back. The rest is irrelevant. So if you're gonna care about something or someone, it should be yourself and the people that you love and that love you back. That's it. Because living your life for other people is the fastest path to misery, self-consciousness, and it will end up leading you to people pleasing, which is honestly the bane of everybody's existence. Most of these people don't stand for fucking shit. Look at the world. Look at what's happening. The reason why shit like this keeps happening is because we allow it. It's because we're not angry enough, and we should be angry. To quote Rick Sanchez, "Your boos mean nothing, I've seen what makes you cheer." This is how you should feel. These people that you're so adamant to live your life for, their death wouldn't even affect you. Would you even know if they died now? 8. Be yourself no matter what. If you don't know who you are, it's fine, be lost. But be yourself. Living in society doesn't mean losing your individuality, and it's so hard to even figure out who we are as people anymore. Find who you are as a person. And if being yourself means being lost, so be it. Don't be who people want you to be. Be who you want to be. 9. Don't owe anyone an explanation but yourself. Excuses only sound good to those who are making them. You could give me 100 excuses on why you didn't do something. All I'm gonna remember is that you didn't do it. Like, I can't read because I have ADHD. Do you know how many times I've fucking heard that shit? No. The reason why you're not reading is not because of ADHD. I have ADHD and I still manage to read. Say it. I don't fucking feel like reading. It's okay. But don't give me excuses. Your attention span is fine. You don't owe me an explanation, you owe yourself one. Don't over-explain yourself to me. I don't want to hear it. And I'm not going to be listening. Because I see it for what it is. An excuse. 10. Your body is keeping you alive. Respect it. Your body is a fucking machine. Your brain is the command center, and food is fuel. You cannot overfeed it. You cannot underfeed it. If you're trying to lose or gain weight, whatever it is, there is a healthy way to do things. There is a healthy weight and an unhealthy weight. And the healthy or unhealthy weight isn't determined by a scale, because some people have underlying medical conditions. Some people have hormonal issues. A lot of factors come in. So see a nutritionist, see a professional. And if you can't afford one, it is okay. You have access to a pocket-sized supercomputer. You don't have an excuse to not be informed. You don't have an excuse to be uneducated on something that truly matters, and your health fucking matters. Especially when it comes to food. Look at official resources. What does your body need to be able to sustain itself? Okay, what amount of fibers, what amount of carbs, whatever it is, you look it up and you get educated. 11. Escapism, more often than not, is self-harm. Starting the moment that you're running from your feelings, there is a problem. And it's hard to face your feelings. Sometimes, in order to be able to face them, you're gonna have to escape for a while. There is nothing harder than having to sit down with yourself and allow yourself to feel what you need to feel. That's what I used to do. I used to, like, when something bad used to happen, put it in a box, put it aside. It's no longer my problem. I'm not gonna think about it. I'm just gonna pretend it never happened. But what's gonna happen is that it's gonna blow up in your face. It's like a storage capacity. Starting a certain point, there is no capacity. And now the fucking warehouse is on fire. It's like substances. It's fine to experiment. There's a time and place for everything. It's called college or your 20s. Whatever it is you want to call it. It is fine to experiment. It is fine to try things. As long as you do it responsibly, of course. Doing drugs for the sole purpose of escaping, it's not going to lead you anywhere. You're killing yourself. It's like having an invisible rope around your neck and you still kick the chair. 12. Nothing good could ever come out of desperation, especially if you're desperate for love. Desperation equals tolerating things that you should not tolerate, or accepting behaviors that are unacceptable because you want something so bad you don't care what it takes, but you should, because the cost is gonna be yourself. Desperation, it has a smell, and it fucking reeks. There is nothing attractive about desperation. It's actually quite pathetic. And I'm not calling anyone out. I'm talking about me, okay? I was desperate for love for the longest time, but the truth is, the reason why I was so desperate for love is because I couldn't love myself. I couldn't find it in me to find anything to like about me. But the problem was me, and I had to sit down with myself. And the things I didn't like about myself, I changed it. It took so much time, but I worked my fucking ass off. And now I don't have this problem anymore. Now I don't relate to the version of me that hated themselves. Find a healthy way to fill the void. The thing with feeling void inside of you is that void grows. It's like a black hole. It's gonna suck everything in. So fix it as quick as you can. The longer you wait, the bigger it will get. And it leads to my 13th point, which is no one is coming to save you. Admit it, accept it, move on, save yourself. You can spend the rest of your life waiting, but this is exactly what you're gonna spend the rest of your life doing. Waiting. No one is coming to save you. Everybody has shit going on. Save yourself. That's all you can do. Respect yourself enough to save you. 14. You can forgive, but don't you ever forget. Forgetting is the first step of repeating the exact same mistakes. This is why we have history classes. It's to avoid repeating mistakes from the past. And regarding forgiveness, it is entirely up to you. It's not an obligation. It's a personal choice. It's not because it's your parents, it's your siblings, it is your friends or your partner, whatever it is. You don't have to forgive anyone. What isn't optional is forgetting. What isn't optional is forgetting how someone made you feel or how someone treated you. This should sit with you, and every time you see that person, you should remember what they did to you. 15. When someone tells you who they are, believe them. No one is more qualified than themselves to tell you who they are. So if you look at me and you tell me I'm a piece of shit, fine by me. I'm gonna believe you. In my head, that's all I'm gonna remember, that you're a piece of shit. Because who am I to contradict you on you? You have reasons to believe that you're a bad person. Why would I try to convince you otherwise? So this is why you should be very mindful of what you say to yourself and how you treat yourself. People are gonna lie about everything positive about them, but they'll never lie about the negatives. So listen to people when they talk. 16. Everything you say can and will be used against you by the wrong people. So when you're going through a rough time, I'm not saying keep it to yourself. You can talk about your hardships, but don't let people know how badly they affect you. Because the wrong people are gonna use it against you. Whether it is to hurt you, to get something out of you, or even just for shits and gigs. Don't let people know how badly things affect you. You can talk about it afterwards. When it's done, you could say, oh my god, that really fucked me up. Because it no longer holds power over you. Information is power. Be very mindful of what you say and to whom you say it. 17. If you are doing something illegal, you keep it to yourself. You don't tell a fucking soul, and you sure as fuck do not post it on the internet. Let's say you live in a country and your residence permit expired. Don't post it on the internet. All it takes is one asshole. It's one phone call away. They could call immigration and be like, hey, this person is here illegally. Because if your residence permit expired or officially on a foreign territory illegally, I would never recommend doing anything illegal. But if you are going to do something illegal, one illegal thing at a time. Never, ever, ever two. Charges accumulate, and charges could get requalified. So if you're driving with a suspended license, you better not have fucking drugs in your car. Let me give you an example. Trespassing by itself is a minor offense. Petty theft, minor offense. Combine it, congratulations. In the eyes of the law, this is a burglary. And now you're looking at jail time. Shoplifting by itself, it's a misdemeanor. If you push someone, it can be viewed also as a misdemeanor. But if you're shoplifting and you push the security guard on your way out because they're trying to stop you, in the eyes of the law, this is a robbery. Congratulations, this is jail time. One illegal thing at once. 18. Racists are genuinely stupid. Do not try to understand them. Do not try to argue with them. They are genuinely idiotic because they don't know about Pangea. They don't know that we all come from the same place. They do not understand that the evolution of light skin depended on ancestral populations that already had high pigmentation, meaning high levels of melanin. With tectonic plates and migration, people moved to areas that had less UVs. In other words, your body either lowered the production and your DNA was altered. But we all come from melanin. Someone that doesn't understand that and that will judge you based on your skin color or geographical fucking place of birth or whatever it is someone that doesn't understand that. It's someone that doesn't understand basic science, basic biology. And there is nothing easier than hating someone for things beyond their control. It is so easy. So if you're gonna hate someone, hate them for themselves. Hate people because they genuinely suck. If you are affected by racism, I know how easily it could get to you. Every breath you take without their permission should raise your self-esteem. You should feel good about it. There is nothing that makes me happier to know that I'm pissing at least 5 idiots off every day. I love it. I genuinely love it. 19. Looks matter way more than you think. Here is why. There was this social experiment that was filmed on Netflix. It's pretty cool. It's called 100 Humans. They took the exact same crime, but they showed different pictures to Group A and Group B. Group A was shown a picture of someone that was conventionally attractive. Group B was shown a picture of someone that was less attractive or that looked less put together. People had more sympathy for people they deemed attractive. I'm not sure, I'm gonna have to fact check myself. A woman that forgot her baby in the car and the baby passed because it was hot. I don't remember if it was because she was grocery shopping or buying drugs. Group A, who was shown a picture of a woman way more attractive, they had so much sympathy for her. There was a consensus. The consensus was, she's so young, she made a mistake, there is no reason for us to give her maximum sentence. She already lost her child, she already feels terrible about it. There is no need to punish this woman any further. Group B, however, no sympathy whatsoever. How could she? That is a terrible mother. You don't do this. You knew it was a possibility that your child was gonna die. A child cannot sustain this amount of heat. You had no excuse to leave your child in the fucking car. And they gave her maximum sentencing. And it's unfair, but it's true. This is why some serial killers have fan clubs. This is why I always tell you, if you are going out in public, you better look good. Put in the effort, because people are more likely to intervene or to help you if you're in danger. You don't know what could happen. People feel more sympathy for someone that is more attractive. This is something I have seen with my own eyes. When someone attractive is in danger, especially a woman, people will intervene. But all the times where the woman wasn't that attractive, no one fucking stepped in. And oddly enough, the only people that always step in are other women. And it's only when other women step in that the men allow themselves to, hey, oh my god, no, watch it. If you're a man and you see something happening to a woman, I don't fucking care how hot she is, I don't fucking care if you'd fuck her or not. Help. 20. You can't win them all. Some people are gonna villainize you to justify the way they treat you. It has nothing to do with you and it has everything to do with them. It says more about them than it says about you. People either are not gonna try to understand you or they won't fully understand you until they're put in your position. This is why there is no use in over-explaining oneself. 21. You should be against violence, but never should you be above it. Here's what I can do. I can bail you out of jail. I can cover either fully your medical bills or part of it or whatever, and I can come visit you. But what I can't do is bring you back from the dead. If you're in danger, you better fucking fight like hell. 22. The only fair thing in life is that we die. Nothing pisses me off more than people that say, the only fair thing in life is that it's unfair to everyone. Fuck you. This is how I know you had it good. Because no. Life isn't unfair to everyone. Some people had to go through some horrendous shit and sit with themselves and wonder, what the fuck did I do to deserve this? You had it good, and it's not because you had it good that other people had it good. And it's not because you had it bad, then everyone should have it bad. And this is why, like, in my opinion, I would never compare myself to anyone, because you don't know what other people have been through. But what I know for sure, if you say that life is unfair to everyone, this is how I know you had it good. Because no one that had to genuinely struggle and see shit they never should have seen would say that. But death is the only guarantee we all have. No one's gonna make it out alive. This is how hard it is. It's only in death that we are all equal. And even that could be debatable, because depending on how much money you have, you're gonna have either a bigger gravestone or a specific type of funeral. But on the bright side, it also means that everything is temporary. And if that doesn't give you hope, I don't know what will. It's hard to remember that everything is temporary, and even suffering is temporary. This is why I got it tattooed on my thigh. Because when I feel sad, I look down. Also, I think it's kind of funny that I have it in permanent ink. Because technically it's not temporary, but I'm gonna die and my body is gonna become dust. So it is kind of temporary. Anyway. 23. Don't wait for people to die to tell them how you feel about them. This is one of my biggest pet peeves. People that talk so highly of you once you're dead. Honestly, it was one of my biggest lessons in life. The only time where people will unanimously love you is when you are dead. Unless you're a fucking terrorist or a war criminal. In this case, people are probably going to cheer for your death. A lot of people die feeling unworthy. A lot of people die feeling that they weren't loved. Last year, I lost someone that was really close to me. It was a family member, and their death fucked me up in more ways that I could describe. Because the first thing about death is that it reminds you of your own mortality. It's hard to remember that you're gonna die someday. Like, we all know for a fact that we're gonna die one day, but to be able to fully comprehend it and assimilate it is completely different. Like, I know I am mortal, but to remember it is hard. This person died feeling unworthy and unwanted, because no one told them every day that they loved them. No one made them feel understood or seen. And all of a sudden at the funeral, everyone was praising them, and it pissed me the fuck off. Because why did you have to wait for them to die to tell them that you love them? Things would have been so fucking different if they felt loved all their lives. But all their lives, they were treated like they were less than. They were treated like they were the worst person ever. And honestly, you're treated like shit long enough, and you're gonna start acting like shit. Because no matter what I do, no one is fucking satisfied. I tried to be good, and you still didn't like it. So fuck it. One of my friends completely changed my perspective on death. The way they see things is honestly insane to me. To me, psychopathic almost. Because it's so clinical and it's so crazy. But it completely changed my perspective on things. They told me, I'm in my 20s. My sibling is also in their 20s. I see my sibling twice a year for about a month. So 2 months a year, and let's say the average life expectancy turns around 80 years old. So that's about 60 years left. 2 months a year by 60 is 10 years. Best case scenario, I have a good 10 years. This is why they told me that they will always show love. So yeah, it reframes urgency. I remember that same night I was laying in bed, staring at the wall, doing all the math, and it fucked me up. Seeing the numbers and adapting them to the life expectancy in my family was terrifying, because I realized that I'm running out of time. But it made me see things completely differently, and I'm pretty sure it altered my brain chemistry. 24. Nihilism isn't the way to go. Absurdism is. Nihilism is knowing that nothing you think matters. Our lives are so ephemeral. On a universal scale, we don't even represent a split second. This is how meaningless our existence is. Absurdism is knowing how meaningless our lives are and still doing it. It's like Sisyphus. For the longest time, it never made sense to me. Like, why does he keep pushing that fucking rock on top of the mountain if he has to start over? What is the fucking point? Why would anyone in their right mind keep doing it? For the longest time, I thought I wouldn't do it. fuck it. I'm sitting my ass down and I'm waiting. But then I realized that it's because what else is there to do? Like, Sisyphus is stuck in limbo. This is how it's gonna be. So, absurdism is knowing that it's fucking useless, but realizing that also you don't have anything better to do. So have fun. It is never too late to make new memories. And making new memories doesn't involve money. It doesn't involve traveling. You can make new memories everywhere. You can make memories listening to a new album in a park. You know, I always go to specific places, or I usually take a walk when an album drops. Every time I pass certain corners, remember, I'm like, oh my god, this is where I listened to this for the first time. Because finding something that makes you happy, it doesn't have to be big. Like, for the longest time, all I thought was anhedonia. And anhedonia is the inability to feel pleasure or joy. I felt numb most of the time. I was listening to music, it's all I did. And it's not that I enjoyed it, it's just that it was the only thing I could do. Now it's something I genuinely love, and all my tattoos are basically related to music. You can't be making memories if you're constantly staring at your phone. How are you living your life if you're always looking at a screen? How are you making memories? Phones aren't real. Parasocial relationships aren't fucking relationships. We need to stop creating words for things that don't fucking matter. Parasocial relationships? No, it's not a relationship. This is reframing the way you see it. You see it as a relationship, it's not a fucking relationship. You don't know these people. You can look up to them, you can be impressed by what they have accomplished, but in no way is it a relationship. It's like a situationship. Just say they don't want me that fucking bad. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Someone that really wants you is not gonna let you go. They're gonna wanna be with you officially. Even trigger warnings. Trigger warnings isn't something you get in real life. I am so sorry, but you need to get the fuck over this shit. I understand that things can affect you, but this is life. You're gonna see fucked up shit. And I wish I had a fucking trigger warning before anything bad happened. I wish I had a trigger warning before seeing something that would genuinely fuck me up. I wish. But it isn't life. We don't live in a Care Bear world, okay? This fucking sensitivity bullshit is not taking you anywhere. Trigger warning, death. You think you're gonna get a fucking trigger warning in real life when one of your loved ones is gonna die? You think, like, you get a trigger warning before you get assaulted? You think this is how it works? If this is how it works, people would look the other way. 25. Money doesn't buy happiness, it buys freedom. If you're waiting to get rich or to get a certain amount in your bank account for you to be happy, I've got big news coming for you. It's not how happiness works. If you are miserable when you don't have money, you're still gonna be miserable with money. Matter of fact, at least when you don't have money, you're stressed out, so you don't have to sit with yourself because shit is going on. Rent is due. You have to put food on the table. You have a job. You barely have a second to yourself. So there is no time to think about, what am I gonna do? No. But when you have money, you have more time because you can afford more commodities. You can afford things that will make you save time. What do you do when you can afford everything you want and you still feel miserable? Freedom is going wherever you want to go and doing whatever you want to do. If money bought happiness, many celebrities wouldn't kill themselves. Many rich people wouldn't die of fucking drug overdoses. It's even harder for your psyche, at least. Because at least when you don't have money, you have reasons to complain. But if you have money, people are not going to feel any sympathy for you. Because you have it all. You can buy anything. Yeah. But what happens when you can afford absolutely everything you want and you still feel shitty? If you're waiting for money to be happy, it's not going to happen. It's going to be even harder. Because in the grand scheme of things, you cannot sit with yourself. Find happiness. And happiness can be anything. Find anything that brings you a modicum of joy and just keep chasing it. 26. As long as there is life, there is hope. You are not alone. You could never be alone. I mean, have you seen how many people there are on this earth? If you're thinking about the fact that you are lonely, because there is a very big difference between feeling alone and feeling lonely. Here is what I can tell you about loneliness. You will never be the only person that feels this way. it is highly unlikely. We are 8 billion plus people. The chances are that you are the only one feeling this exact emotion is honestly slim to none. It is impossible. The math isn't gonna add up. Society, you're never gonna be alone. You just have to find the right people. We are cosmic beings. We come from the universe. And when you look up at the sky, first of all, I think it's beautiful to look up at the sky because you can be sure that you're not the only one looking up. Someone else in the world is also looking up at the sky. When you look up at the stars, and you know they're separated by hundreds of thousands of light years, and when you look at that and you see this one star in the sky, it's never one star. It's always at least 2 or 3 stars orbiting around each other. And that just shows you that companionship is more cosmic than loneliness. And you have to remember that because we're cosmic beings. In the grand scheme of things, we are part of the universe. No matter how small we are, no matter how ephemeral we are, we still are cosmic. And if you feel lonely, I mean, everybody feels lonely. It's just that you're all on your fucking phones. How are you making any connections? Of course you feel lonely. You are not connecting with anyone. Everything is on your phone. Right now I'm in my kitchen just to look up at the night sky. And sure, the fact that I have a screen with me is pissing me off. But it's just to prove a point. I'm not seated correctly to actually see the stars. It's genuinely such a beautiful sight. It reminds us how small we are because the same way stars are tiny to us. We're tiny to them too. Talk to the fucking sky. It's so intimate because no one is gonna hear you, no one's gonna judge you because it's the fucking sky. We're all under the same sky. No matter what time zone you're in, no matter what part of the world you're in, no matter how hard life is, there's at least one person looking up. And if you don't know anyone that's looking up, well, you don't know me and you don't have to know me, but you can be sure that at least I'm looking too. And if that doesn't make you feel less alone, well, fuck if I know.